And we're live.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
We're alive.
Welcome to the stream. I'm not very good at introducing people.
Well, I can introduce myself.
Introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Adam. And I used to be extremely enthusiastic about Warhammer. And I still have a passive interest in it. So Chris has got me on to discuss all things Warhammer that I can remember.
The books over there.
Books on floor, some old books.
Who got?
Second edition Warhammer 40K rulebook. Still in decent condition. Codex Imperialis. We've also got the original War Gear book. Some pictures of the old models on the back there.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then we've got here my army, Orcs, which we'll talk about. Third edition Codex. So all the retro goodies. And I've even brought along a couple of very old White Dwarfs. Now these are from first edition of Warhammer 40K. Well, that was the time these came out. So this is Rogue Trader. So yeah, a bit of material there, what I can reference and show pictures to. Absolutely shits on modern White Dwarf. Some old models for sale. Let's see the price. £2.50. I think they cost about £45 now.
£1.95 for the old.
Oh, the magazine, yeah, £1.25. That must be an older one. But quality. They don't make them like they used to.
They do not make them like they used to. But right, let's get to it. Right. Oh, so yeah, we've got Bones of the Northern England on the stream.
Check me out on Instagram.
Yeah. Sells what? But you don't sell.
I used to sell, yeah. That used to be my job. Finding antlers and bones and skulls, cleaning them, making different things out of them and selling them on Etsy, which I still do from time to time, but it's not my job anymore.
It's not your job anymore, but I'm enthusiastic about bones. That's why his name is Bones. Skin and Bones.
Skin and Bone, the Bone Lord.
Right. What we on there? It's weird. I went like that. Now we've got a screen. Yeah. So what we're going to say? I've forgotten. Right. Give me an introduction to how you actually got into.
Well, this is a cool story. I actually got into Warhammer. Now, I'm going to say something that people might not like, but Warhammer for me, when I was younger, I was aware of this thing what existed in. I'm from Bolton, so in Bolton Town Centre was a shop called Games Workshop, and I used to pass it and used to think it was really cool, all the models, but I didn't know what it was. And everyone I knew who was into it, I would say they were rich kids, so middle class people. So for me, living on a council estate and playing football every day, I didn't really care for things like that. But I was very interested in comics and like Spawn and Spider-Man and whatnot. That's a nice. But anyway, so I like drawing and things. And one day I was walking home from my friend's house up the road back home, and I noticed on the bus stop someone had left a magazine on the bench, and I thought, what's that there? And as I got closer, it was still in the wrapper, cellophane wrap, and it was a copy of White Dwarf magazine. And this would have been around 1996, so I'd have been 11. So yeah, so I picked it up, and the cover had a really cool picture on. So I looked around, there was no one about, and I just put it on my jacket, went home, opened it up, and then that's the first time really that I got to look at all the pictures and understand what it was. So
you could say you become a rich kid.
Yeah, well, I didn't even afford to buy the first White Dwarf. I had to find it on a bench. But anyway, so I loved it, and I started really just getting into it because I liked all the artwork and the stories of all the different races in Warhammer. But then obviously I was looking at the pictures and like, I'm going to get some of these models. And obviously I couldn't afford them at the time because I was a kid. So Christmas came, birthdays came, and that's what I asked for. And I ended up slowly but surely getting a nice army together. And my army that I got was Orcs. And that's how I got into Warhammer. So really I got into it by accident. But it was a happy accident because I still love it to this day.
Yeah. And you can tell with all your retro
all my old gear.
And you couldn't bring your... you didn't want to bring your
the miniatures.
Miniatures, sorry, I say.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to break any of them. Plus, I'm in the process of repainting a lot of my old miniatures, so they're actually still. Well, a lot of them are metal, which they don't make anymore. But a lot of them are just been stripped of paint, so they've been put together and they're ready for repainting. So yeah, maybe when they paint it up, I'll come back on and we'll do a little talk about the.
I just wanted to do it where it was like we get the camera further up here and we're actually pointing at the table.
Yeah, have a good look at them. I'll have to make sure I paint them well if people look at them.
Get the extra camera in here and have the extra 2 cameras.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking. So, what was I going to say then? What is it about the orcs?
Well, the orcs, I think what I like about them is, first of all, they have a British accent, so they talk in the law, the 40K law, or lower, wherever you're from. They talk with like a Cockney accent, so they're based on. Well, they're not based on, but like the idea of the voices that they're based on, like football hooligans from West End of London, like Cockney hooligans, you know. It's how they talk like that, you know what I'm saying? We're the Orcs, we're going to bash you up. And they have lots of slang words, so like when they go to battle and they have a massive, like loads of different orc armies are joining together for a giant invasion of terror, which is Earth in 40K. They call that a war, spelled W-A-A-A-G-H. Some people call it a warg, which is it's not pronounced like that. That's American. That's American people who don't know what they're on about. So it's a war. So basically, it's like shouting war, but in like a Cockney accent, you know, war. So they call that a war. And but yeah, I love orcs because they're really ragtag. So they're big bruisers of specimens of people. You know, like well, orcs are not people, are they? So they look really cool. But when you into orcs collecting them, they're really good to convert because they have loads of crazy weapons. They're really brutal, so you can really do anything as long. I mean, it has to be within the rules of the game. Yeah. But if you're just making models for your own pleasure to display, you can do anything with orcs. Plus, orcs have looters in their army, which is orcs that go on the battlefield after they've won, and they'll pick up weapons from other armies. So you can have a squad of orcs that have like Space Marine weapons, heavy weapons. You can also take like Space Marine tanks, and you know you have to convert them so they look orky.
So just going back to what you said about orcs not being humans, what about orcs?
Orcs are actually the history of the orcs, what we know, which is in some of these books, and I think it's been the same since 40K started. They're actually fungus. So orcs let off spores off the body, and these spores will obviously get into the atmosphere and settle on the ground, and just like fungus in the real world, settle behind rocks in the shade, and they grow. And that fungus, in fact, I've not brought it with me. In fact, I do have it with me. There's a picture in this book of how they gestate and are made. So there'll be a mushroom or some fungus, and in the ground there is an orc attached to it growing, and then they grow. So that's why orcs really never lose a battle, because even if you defeat them, and they're
Sam's on.
Oh, Sam.
She's out in the pot.
She's having a drink and she's watching us talk about Warhammer.
She's watching us play Warhammer. Well, not play Warhammer. Talk about Warhammer. I can't twerk in here, babes. There's no room.
You could try, but you'd be twerking on me, I think.
Literally, if I go to this point bit here, you can actually look what stuff I can do. You can actually get me to twerk.
Do some twerking. Can't you stand on your chair?
There's no way I'm getting up. I think I'm stuck to the chair. I'm sweating like mad. How toxic waste down. Make me twerk. Do not swear down. Don't make me twerk. Do it. No, I'm not doing it.
I literally can't find
talking about orcs.
Oh, there it is. You probably can't see it. If you get it.
Zoom in. That's it.
So there's a rock, and in the ground is an orc attached to a mushroom, and basically they come out. So if you defeat orcs, when they die, when they actually are dying, all the spores just get released from the body, and there's no weapons in the 40K universe that can kill the spores. I think there might be one Necron weapon what got developed, but there's a lot of history behind that, which we won't get into now because we'll be here all day. Like, it's a very ancient weapon that can kill orc spores. But basically, Space Marines came to a planet that was infested with orcs, and they managed to kill them all, and they won, and they flew off. Within so many years, that planet will be overrun with orcs again because the spores are just going to come out. And there's like different types. So there's orc boys, which orcs get bigger and stronger the more they fight. So that's why orcs, all they do is fight constantly. But there's also different types of species. So there's Gretchen or Grots. So they're like little goblins. They're like the runts. In fact, they have orcs that are called runt herders who control them. And when you have battles, they're usually like the cannon fodder. They're at the front. They basically work for the orcs. Then you have snotlings, which are even smaller than Gretchen. And they're like the intelligence of like a dog or something. and orcs eat them, but they also use them to do menial tasks. And then there's squigs, which are like big beasts. You can have giant squigs, small squigs, and they're just basically like a ball with eyes and giant teeth. And they even have, in the modern 40k, well, probably the past few years, but it's modern to me, they have squig riders, which are like orcs that ride on giant squigs into battle. And so that's the basic idea of how they come to be. So they're unbeatable, aren't they? Because if you lose a battle,
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, because they're spread, don't they?
if you lose to somebody when you're playing Warhammer on the tabletop, you can say, "Well, I've lost today, but next week all my orcs will come back, so we'll have another battle then."
Sticking on some the suits and that on the what they call Space Marines.
Space Marines, yeah.
Space Marine suits,
They'll come back. They'll find out weapons on floor, and within a few years they'll be.
We were talking about yesterday as well about how they think that.
Oh yeah, the power of belief. Yeah, so orcs are very psychic, but because they're orcs, they don't think like people, so they don't know that they're psychic. It's like a collective psychic power. But the power of belief works for orcs. So an orc gun, if a human picks it up, like a Space Marine, or even someone else like an Eldar, it would just be a gun-shaped piece of metal welded together. There's not even any ammunition in it. But when an orc picks it up, it doesn't have to think, "Oh, I believe this has ammo in it." It just already thinks that way. So it picks something up and goes to shoot it, and bullets will come out of it. But it doesn't work with obviously people. But it's the same with vehicles. They believe that the colour red makes vehicles faster, so they paint the vehicles red, and vehicles that actually are red will go faster.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they don't know they're doing that. It's just how their mind works. But obviously, in the lore of the universe, the people who've researched it, that's what they've discovered.
Bears and mule both such cuties. Excuse me.
Talking about games. Oh, that's very nice, isn't it?
That's the second time you've. That's the second time that you've been impressed with my friends. First time with Martin. You wanted to kiss him, and you're calling out him a cutie.
Get mine, I'll talk about Warhammer. Oh yeah, Warhammer.
Warhammer. Fucking stare at camera. What? I'll kick off. But no, fucking. It is a crazy. There you go. I'm not professional.
Is it very vast, isn't it? Like
vast. It is. There's a lot to fucking.
Yeah, you can't really just sit down and talk in half an hour about everything. I mean, the amount of videos on YouTube and internet, what are just about one very specific subject, and they can be like up to an hour long, and there's so much information. So, getting like just an overview of Warhammer 40k. We talk about Warhammer 40k, not Warhammer Fantasy, but what's
the difference?
So Warhammer 40k is actually not the first game. The Warhammer Fantasy was around first by Games Workshop, and was obviously originally the most popular thing because they didn't have 40k. And then in the late 87, I think it was, they made Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, and basically it was a lot of the same races from Warhammer. So you had dwarves, but in 40k they were called squats. You had men, which in Warhammer Fantasy is like the Empire, which in 40k is the Imperium. So it's Space Marines and Imperial Guard. Elves were Eldar, and they've even changed the name in the newer 40k. They're called Eldari, which I don't know why. They're just Eldar. And then you had dark Eldar, which are Drukhari, I think now. They had dark elves in Warhammer Fantasy. Orcs were orcs and goblins in Fantasy. They're orcs in Space Orcs in 40k. Tyranids weren't really. I can't think what they would be in Warhammer Fantasy. That's Demi barking.
Demigod.
Who else did you have in there? Oh, Necrons. They come around in 90s in 40k, but I would say they're the modern equivalent of undead in the Warhammer Fantasy, because they
took fantasy characters. They took
the armies and characters. It's not exactly the same, and it's not actually the same universe. So it's not like Warhammer Fantasy is the olden days, and Warhammer 40k is the future. They're separate universes, but they've used the character, not the characters, but the races. But now they've discontinued Warhammer Fantasy because 40k got so popular, no one was really playing it anymore. But they do have Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and they have they're bringing out Warhammer the Old World. So there is an interest in it still.
There's still an interest.
And still people play the old. I think like when the first edition, when Rogue Trader came out, Warhammer 40k, I think Warhammer Fantasy was on maybe its 4th edition, because they have every few years they update the rules and stuff. So yeah. I think my brother Jack, you know Jack, don't you? he was into Warhammer Fantasy. So when I was playing 3rd edition 40k, he was into fantasy, and he had orcs and goblins, and he also had chaos. But then he got into 40k like me, so he had Dark Angel Space Marines, which is what his little boy Norman, who's only 6, well, he'll be 7 next week. He now collects Dark Angels, so it's like father passing it down to son. But
this is the main question.
Go on.
Does his armies have glockenspielers?
no, but they should have. You have to explain that story now. People are like, what are they talking about?
You was there.
We went to watch Maguire, who are a black metal band from Poland, and the drummer's really good, and he does a lot of like really fast drumming on the bells of his cymbals, like ding 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 ding. So the story is that when he was younger, he played glockenspiel, and that's why he's so good at playing his fast drumming. And my brother got pissed, and Maguire were playing him, and it was boiling, so he went to back at room where doors were at beer garden. I had a fag, and Jack's there drunk, going, play a fast one, and all this stuff. And some like big, tall black metal guy, dead serious, we're watching band. And he turned around to me and went, oh, he's amazing on drums, isn't he? I went, oh yeah, he's shit out, he's dead good. And Jack went, do you know why he's good on drums? Because when he was younger, he used to play glockenspiel. And then the guy was like, oh, right. And Jack just whipped around in front of me and went, glockenspiel. And to be fair, the guy was like his dead serious, tough black metal guy. He was literally pissing himself. He was crying and laughing. So yeah, it was a bit off subject, but yeah. Glockenspiel.
Fucking hell.
I don't even know if that's true. He might not have played glockenspiel when he was younger. It's just like a thing that I heard. It might be bullshit, for all I know. It looks like he's playing glockenspiel. So yeah. So no, there's no glockenspiel that I know of in 40k. But maybe we could make our own character that uses. Well, there is noise marines, which are chaos. They have like speakers that have bloody developed into their helmets because they're possessed by chaos, and they basically have the old model used to have big guitars, and the noise it fucking destroys people's brains. So maybe we can make a glockenspiel noise marine. Tingling around and everyone's heads are exploding.
Oh God, fucking hell! Right, let's talk about more. Let's get into.
So it's pillar out.
But do
you want to give you like a brief overview of like the universe, the 40k universe?
Let's have a quick look.
It's absolutely like insanely vast, so I won't tell you absolutely everything. But the poster boys for 40k, so anybody who even just has no interest in it but has seen a picture of Warhammer or whatever, the thing you'll know is Space Marines, and the main Space Marines you'll know will be Ultramarines, which are the blue Space Marines, which are the most popular. Well, I don't know if they're the most popular what people collect. They used to be. They might not be now, but they're in the universe. They're the most numerous. They're the biggest legion. So basically, if you go right back to it, there's the Emperor of Mankind. So he's been around for millennia. He's what they call a perpetual. So it's like being an immortal. You can die, but you regenerate. So if he dies, he'll come back. You know what I mean? And there's you can speak for an hour about that because there's other characters who are perpetuals, but we'll not get into that now. We're getting into the weeds a bit there. But anyway, so he's been around for millennia. He's watched Earth, which in 40k is called Terra, which if you think about it, Terra means soil, Earth. So really, it's the same word, isn't it? So Terra is Earth in 40k. So he's been around forever, and basically he's watched all the rise and fall of empires from ancient times, and then it gets to what they call the Dark Age of technology, and that's where AI has been created and does everything for people. Basically, they become self-aware and they start destroying taking over, a bit like Terminator, Skynet thing. So there's a big battle, and the humans manage to win, but all technology has been destroyed, right? Enough knackered at this point. So now we have, rather than countries and governments fighting, you have massive war bands all over different places, and they're all fighting for supremacy. And it's like bloody Mad Max or something. You know what I mean? It's just everything's like a post-apocalyptic world. And the Emperor is obviously still there. He's been in the shadows watching. He's like the most intelligent being, probably one of the most intelligent beings in the universe, never mind on Earth. So he basically creates these Thunder Warriors, which are probably the very first Space Marines. They're not Space Marines, but the first idea for them. And they are his army, what he creates, and nothing can beat him. They can, like, one Thunder Warrior could probably kill 100, 200 men more. And he slowly goes round, destroying these war bands, destroying these rebellious uprisings, and unifying all of Terra under his banner, the Emperor. And obviously he's perpetual, he can't be killed, he's bigger than everybody, he's stronger than everybody, he's more intelligent than everybody. So eventually he manages to unify the entire of Earth, Terra, and everybody's under his control. And then the Thunder Warriors, who he made pretty quickly for his standards, they were made purely to kill and destroy. So once everything's under control, he now wants to develop humanity and go into the stars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And start occupying other planets, settlements, finding there's other human settlements on other planets that people forgot about. So his ideas is to go out and spread humankind, the Emperor's message. So basically he doesn't believe in religion, doesn't believe in anything superstitious. It's all about science and facts and being rational and all that stuff with the Emperor. So anyone who's religious, there's a book called The Last Church. He manages to destroy all the churches on Earth, and there's a really good book. I won't go into it here, but if you like reading, get that book. It's where he goes to the last church and speaks to the priest, and they have a really good conversation before it gets destroyed. But anyway, so the Thunder Warriors were made purely for killing, but he'd already developed Space Marines. But the thing is, they took longer to make, and they made from his own gene seed, so his own genetics. That's what Space Marines are made from. So the Thunder Warriors needed to be gotten rid of because you couldn't control them, and there was nothing for him to kill now because he wanted to unify everything. So the first Legion of Space Marines, which would later become the Dark Angels, first ones ever made, they were sent to basically kill all the Thunder Warriors. And the Thunder Warriors got wind of this before it happened, and they decided to rebel on the Emperor. But he'd already made the First Legion.
Yeah.
They destroyed the Thunder Warriors, and then obviously once they were destroyed, just a case of developing the Space Marines more. He also has what they call custodes, which are his personal bodyguards, and they're basically the perfect. They're not Space Marines, but you could say that they're what Space Marines would be if they were perfect, if you know what I mean. They're almost Primarch level. We'll get onto Primarchs in a second. But there's only, I can't remember how many of them there were. There were 1,000 of them. Basically, they have these golden armour, and they basically protect the palace in the 40K that we know now, Warhammer 40,000. They're because the Emperor's on the throne. I won't spoil it why he's on the throne yet. But yeah, so they're there then. They've been around since everything started as well. So he makes the Space Marines, and then once the Thunder Warriors are out of the way, he's united Terra. They now are going into the stars, finding planets what have humans on, taking the Emperor's message. If they don't agree to join the Imperium, it's called the Imperium of Man. If they don't agree to join, they get destroyed. If they do agree to join, then they are now under the rule of the Emperor and of Terra. If they find planets what they call Xenos are basically aliens, so orcs, Tyranids, anything that's not human is Xenos, unless it's Chaos, which is demonic, but they don't know that yet in this point in the timeline. So basically, if they find a planet full of aliens, they kill them all, and then they'll put a settlement on there of people. They might turn it into an agricultural planet where they grow food, or they might turn it into a planet with factories on to make weapons and stuff. So basically, it's spreading out through the stars. And obviously, they're using ships, like spaceships. They don't yet have interstellar travel and all that because it's early days. But also, before this point, he'd made the Primarchs. Now, there's 20 Primarchs, although 2 of them, there's no record of them. They were either destroyed or lost. But they were around, but there's no information on in the lore. Okay. The other Primarchs sort of remember them because it's technically the brothers. But the whatever legion they had have now been put into other legions. So basically, there's 18 active Primarchs. I think I'm right on my numbers. But anyway, they're all different Primarchs. Each Primarch has a part of the Emperor's gene seed in it, and he develops them in a lab. And I won't get into whether they have a mother or not. There is lore around that, but we're not getting into that now. But basically, so they're in the lab, and something or someone, Chaos, some people think, the mother, others think, because they knew what the Emperor had planned for them, they get stolen from the lab and scattered throughout all of the galaxy. And these pods they're in, which would have been like babies in pods, they're flying through space, and they all crash land on different planets. And these planets obviously have settlements on them, and they find these babies and they raise them as people, and they all land on different worlds. So some land on worlds that are very civilized and they get brought up like that. Some land on worlds that are like death worlds, where it's like jungle and there's dangerous creatures and stuff. So it shapes the personality of each one. But each Primarch has its own gene seed, what the Emperor put in them. And each Primarch had a legion of Space Marines made specifically for them to lead. And every Space Marine has a part of their gene seed in them. So the Emperor then had to go on what we call the Great Crusade. And the Great Crusade is where he's going into space, taking over different planets. But also, while he's doing that, he's finding all the Primarchs that got lost on different worlds. And they all get found at different points in the Great Crusade. But they already have armies that are fighting. What are their armies? So as he's finding them, he's telling them, like, I'm your father, you're my son. And they sort of know this because they're not like normal humans. They're like 9 foot tall. Some of them are bigger than 15 foot. They're like superhuman demigods. And as he finds them, he introduces them to the Legion, and then they take over the Legion and lead them. So I won't go through all of them, but one example is like Lionel Johnson. His Legion was the Dark Angels, and they call him the first. No, he wasn't the first Primarch found, but he was the first Primarch created. And they say that he's the most like the Emperor, because each Primarch has a bit of the Emperor. He's got pretty much most of his qualities. Then there's like Magnus the Red. He's a giant. He's got red skin. That's why he's called Magnus the Red. And his power is psychic power. So he's a great sorcerer. So he's got all the Emperor's psychic abilities. So his Legion was the Thousand Sons. And then we've got like Fulgrim. He landed on a world where he ended up taking over the world. I think he was quite rough. He worked like with all the peasants mining. He ended up building himself up as he grew, massive, taking over the aristocracy. And his Legion was the Emperor's children. So I won't go through all of them. We'll say Ultramarines because they're most popular. That's Rebute Gilliman. He's like the Captain America of the Primarchs, you know, blonde hair, blue armor, perfectly chiseled physique and all that. Yeah. But some of the best Primarchs are the ones that are a bit flawed. So you have Conrad Kurz. He's the Primarch of the Night Lords. And the planet he landed on was like in perpetual darkness. So people have like white skin and they develop like black eyes pretty much because there was no light there. And until he was probably a teenager, although by the time you were about 5, he was the size of a man. But basically he hid in the shadows. And this world he lived on was just a criminal world. Everyone were murdering each other, raping each other, all this stuff. And he decided to hide in the shadows and kill people. And I think they called him the Night Haunter. He was like known as. Basically, he got the world to he got the world to become like lawful, but with fear. So basically, he went around killing everyone, and then he obviously come out of the shadows and said who he was. But even as when the Emperor found him and he had his own Legion, his Legion they have like dark blue armor with lightning on it and big red bats, almost like vampires. And he obviously white skin, and his weapon when he became a Primarch was he had big lightning claws, big massive claws, rather than a sword or something. He ended up becoming a traitor, joining Chaos. But yeah, so you have people like him and Angron, who the world he landed on didn't look after him. They made him a slave, and because he was massive and a good fighter, they made him like a gladiator, so fighting for sport. And they put these things in his head called the butcher's nails. They're like these implants, and what they do, they go into his brain, and he's in constant like pain and anguish and uncomfortable. But when he kills, these wires in his head send endorphins to his brain that make him relaxed and happy. So he's only happy when he's killing. So he's extremely dangerous to be around. Obviously, he's a Primarch. So yeah, you've got like I won't go through all of them. Each one of them is their own characteristic. And the Legion, when they get reunited,
how many Primarchs?
There's 18 of them that were alive and present. And then out of them, the main one was Horus. Now he's important because there's a whole series called the Horus Heresy. And he was basically the one who became traitor, but he was actually, I would say, the Emperor's favourite. He was the one they found first. He was pretty much raised on Terra. What was the planet called that he was supposedly grew up on? Although it's said that he didn't grow up there all his life. Was it Cathonia or something? Yeah, it was like a gang world, basically, and he ended up becoming like the main one until they got found by the Emperor. But anyway, he became, after all the Crusade, the Emperor at some point had to leave and go back to Terra because basically he was working on the Webway project, which none of the Primarchs knew about because he was fighting with them all in the stars. But he kept it secret because the Webway is the warp, which is basically how you can go travel through space without having to be in big ships all the time. It's also where Chaos are from, which we'll get into. But the Emperor knew all this, but he didn't tell the Primarch. So basically, he needed someone to lead the Crusades, so he chose Horus because he wasn't necessarily the best Primarch. I would say most people would say that's the Lionel Johnson, or maybe Roberta Gilliman. But he was the most charismatic, and all his brothers, all the other Primarchs, they all pretty much liked him, or at least respected him. So he could tell them what to do. Some of them didn't like each other, so you couldn't have them that didn't like each other, ordering them around. So he left him in charge, and he got the title of War Master. So now the Emperor could go back to Terra, work on this Webway project, which they didn't know about. And instead of having to mither him, they just went to Horus, and he was in charge. But what happened was Horus was taken over by Chaos. And how that came about was, that's a very detailed story, so I'll give you literally the idiot's guide to it. Basically, there's another legion called the Word Bearers, and they were very religious. They thought the Emperor was God, but the Emperor doesn't believe in God. So to stop him preaching all this stuff, which he said, I'm not a God. I've told you, even though he wore golden armour and could fly and look like an angel and could do all the stuff a God could do. But he was like, no, I'm not a God. So basically, he humiliated the Word Bearers by basically going to a world where they lived, what they'd taken over, sorry. And he forced them, just with his psychic power, to kneel in front of the Ultramarine army to like embarrass them and say like, stop spreading this shit. Well, basically, the Primarch, which is Lorgar, he was shamed by this, but where he'd been brought up worshipping gods and stuff, so he needed some other gods to find because he still wanted to believe in something. So he found the Chaos gods. This is literally in a nutshell. There's more to this than I'm saying. But anyway, one of his main Space Marines, like his second in command, whatever. I'm going to forget his name now. I think it was Erebus. We're Erebus. Basically, he would go to Horus's battleship and became like a helper with Horus. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Horus's legion, who were the Lunar Wolves, they didn't like him, but because he was getting a bit too close to their Primarch. But basically, his plan was to get him onto this world called Davin, and on Davin there was a lodge called the Serpent Lodge. Now, therefore, they were just like primitive people that worship these weird gods. But Lorgar and Erebus knew that was actually how you could get in contact with the Chaos gods, and they'd already started to do that and get powers. So basically, there was humans there, and they went, without Horus knowing, they went there with an alien weapon which they got from another battle, which I won't go into. So we're skipping a lot of stuff here. Basically, they took this weapon, what this other alien race had in like a museum, and it was actually a Chaos sword. They went to the planet, give it to the governor, which corrupted him, and his planet then turned against the Emperor. So Horus he's still a good guy at this point. He went there to correct him. You either come back in line or you get killed. When they got there, basically it was the Chaos God Nurgle, and they were basically like, he's the god of disease and pestilence. So when they got there, they're like dead bodies rising out of the ground and attacking them. So they had this big fight. Horus went and joined in the fight himself, went into the governor's like palace sort of thing, found him all bloated and full of like disease and possessed by a demon. He had this sword and they had a battle. And you got to think this guy was just a human being, a man. So you could never beat a Primarch, but he had this demon power in him, this power of chaos in him. So he ends up not killing Horus, but he wounds him, stabs him in his shoulder with this chaos blade. Horus kills him, but then goes back outside to his troops, and all these demons are dying and whatnot, so they've won. But as he goes out, he collapses, and obviously all the Space Marines, his legion, are in shock. They can't believe something could even hurt a Primarch, and they're getting back to the battleship where they live, and they get into the apothecaries, which are like the medical thing, and they say, yeah, there's some kind of disease going into his blood, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's dying. It's spreading throughout him. We have no medicine for this. And basically, the Emperor knew about chaos because he knew about the warp, but he never told any of his Primarch sons or Space Marines. So if they ever encountered demons, they thought they were a type of alien. So they don't have any like knowledge of chaos power or anything. But basically, it corrupts him. So what Erebus does, this is his plan all along. He says there is one place we can go to heal him, the Serpent Lodge. So a lot of the Space Marines are going, no, we don't believe in superstition. It's dangerous and all that. But the other Marines are all saying, no, we need to save him. So they take him. And what happens is they take him in the lodge, and it's basically it's chaos. They take him in on his own. So he's like unconscious. And they give him this like ritual thing, and he comes out of his body, and he's in like the warp basically. So he's like, his body's there, still not moving, but his spirit, if you want to call it that, is in the warp, talking to someone who he thinks is one of his old soldiers who died, but really it's chaos. And they're basically persuading him that the Emperor is a liar, because the Emperor says God isn't real and all that. And they're showing visions of the future where everyone's worshipping statues of the Emperor and praising him like a god, and the statues of his brothers, the other Primarchs, and they're being praised like saints. So he's horrified. He's thinking, what's going on? This can't be, he says this is bullshit, this isn't real, like this is all a lie. And they say, no, this is real, this is the plan. Once the Crusade's over, the Emperor's going to kill you lot. He doesn't need you anymore. That's what he did with the Thunder Warriors. He's going to kill you all, and he's going to be praised like a god, and he'll be a god of all like these planets that he's taken over. So then he's given a choice to either join these, obviously these Chaos people say, but we can give you the power to rebel against him and stop it happening. So basically that's what he decides to do. So he wakes up and everyone's buzzing the tits off, like, oh, we managed to save him. And he seems normal at first, but slowly over time, he's planning in his head how to take over the Imperium and destroy the Emperor. And he only tells certain people, but then he starts getting certain other Primarchs, his brothers, starts telling them about the plan that he's heard of. And slowly but surely, a lot of them start turning and joining Horus's side. And then when it becomes exposed that they're going to fight the Emperor, you end up in a situation where half the Primarchs are loyal. So you have like Rebuta Gilliman, the Lion. So that's like Ultramarines, Dark Angel, Sanguinius and the Blood Angels, Jagatai Khan, the White Scars. Who else is there? I'm going to forget. So people will be going, what about these? Or Salamanders. So yeah, you get half of them who are stay loyal to the Emperor, and then you get half of them, like the Night Lords, end up joining the Emperor's children. So that's Fulgrim, Conrad Kurz, Perturabo from the Iron Warriors. They all join Horus, and it ends up basically the plan is, because they're a Space Marine Legion, all the ones who become traitors, they have Space Marines in their armies that are loyal, right? So they decide to send all them to a battle on this planet called Isfan. And their plan is this, they're not sending all their army, they're just sending half of them. But the Space Marines don't think there's anything suspicious because they don't always go to a battle with all of them. So half of them stay on the ships, half of them go to the battle. And there really is a battle, they really are fighting on this planet. But the ones that have stayed on the ship are the ones that are all traitors, and basically they bomb it from space with nuclear bombs to kill all the loyalists in the Legion. So they've just got people who are willing to fight the Emperor. But it goes a bit tits up because the Death Guard, which end up being traitors, the Primarch Mortarion, they end up joining Nurgle. He's a traitor, but he's one of his main captains, which is Nathaniel Gero. He's in charge of a ship in what's in orbit around this planet, and because he's one of the top guys, they think, oh, he'll join us when we tell him, sort of thing. But he realizes what's going on, and he fucks off in a ship to warn the Emperor. At this point, nobody knows anyone's a traitor. He's like one of the first people to know who's a loyalist. So he fucks off, and anyway, he buggers off in this ship, and half the people on the ship he's on, what he's flying, they're all traitors. So they try killing him. So he ends up killing all them bad boys. And he ends up managing. I think he finds the Imperial Fist, which is Rogel Dawn. He's the Primarch of them. They're loyalists. They're the ones with yellow armor. He ends up telling them, and that's when they find out. So they go back to the planet Isfan to fight the traitors. And what they do is they bring other legions with them to fight the bad guys who they now know are traitors. But what they don't know is some of the people they brought with them have also turned traitor. So there's the what is it? Is it Salamanders? Raven Guard. There's about 4 legions who are loyal. They land on the planet to fight. And then behind them, who they think are good guys still, I think it's the Night Lords, the Iron Warriors, who the Dark Angels have given the Iron Warriors loads of this crazy war machinery from the Mechanicus because they think they're loyal and they found out about the heresy and they're like, oh, we'll give you this to fight the bad guys. But they're actually already become traitors. So they've got all this weaponry. So basically, they land on planet, they're fighting these bad guys, and they go, reinforcements are here. So Night Lords land and all this, Iron Warriors, whatever. And when they turn around, they're not friendly. They're firing on them as well. So they're basically trapped in the middle. And then they bomb the planet from orbit and all this stuff. But some of them manage to hide away, including some of the loyalists from the traitor legions. And they, over months and months, basically decide we're going to die anyway, so let's kill as many traitors as we can. But they call that the Isfan atrocity. So that's what happened. But I'm skipping loads of stuff here, but basically after that, it's exposed and everybody knows they're bad guys. But Horus, before he got exposed, what he did is because he was War Master, he sent the most powerful Primarchs that he was scared of, so Sanguinius, the Lion, and Rebuta Gilliman, he sent them on missions really far out in Galaxy. He knew they'd never get back to fighting time, even when they found out about it. So they were fucking miles away from everything. They couldn't come and help, even though they knew and they wanted to. So then the traitors start heading to Terra. They're going to invade Terra. They're going to go to the Emperor's palace, kill him, and Horus is going to take over as Emperor. So basically, it's a case of all the legions now. It's a race to get back to Terra. The ones who want to defend it and the ones who want to invade. So then that's called the Siege of Terra. So I'm skipping loads of stuff here, but basically they do end up doing that. There's loads of battles in between. The Dark Angels, Marines, and Blood Angels get cut off because when all the Chaos power gets exposed and Horus is obviously fully taken over, there's a big rift in the warp and it blocks off any travel through space through this warp rift. But they managed to do like this, some kind of, I can't remember, but I won't go into it all. Basically, they managed to get one legion through, and it's the Blood Angels. So Sanguinius manages to get through, and he does get to Terra. He's a Primarch who has big angel wings on his back. He's one of like the best Primarchs. So basically, there's a big battle on Terra, the Loyalists and the traitors, and it's going on, and obviously you've got the Iron Fists who are like they're defense experts, so they're defending everything. Then you've got the White Scars they all have like motorbikes and they're into like hunting and stuff, so they're going out and fighting. There's all these individual battles between people in the story. It's really good, but it ends up where the Emperor goes to Horus's flagship, goes to his battleship to confront him, which was part of the plan anyway. And he goes with Sanguinius, the Primarch, and he puts the force field around his ship down and lets the Emperor come in and basically confronts him. Well, they have like a big to do, as we'd call it up now. Father and son. And Sanguinius, he attacks Horus. Horus manages to kill Sanguinius, his own brother, and then he fights the Emperor. And the Emperor doesn't want to. I don't know the Emperor pretty much knows this was going to happen because he knows everything, but part of him doesn't want to kill Horus because it's his son, sort of thing. So he manages to wound the Emperor. But then once he's wounded him, the Emperor's just like, fuck this shit. Just uses his psychic power to completely destroy Horus. So Horus is gone. And basically all the traitors then retreat. But the Emperor's wounded, so he gets put on the Golden Throne, which basically keeps him alive. So his psychic power is working and constantly helping Space Marines. We're going to the modern setting now, which is the game Warhammer 40K. This happened 30,000 years before the actual game is set. So these are the original Space Marines. Yeah. So the game we're playing now, a lot of these people.
So the 40K is
40K is the 41st millennium. Yeah. Okay. So this would have technically been, some people call it 30K because there is a Horus Heresy game where you're fighting with the old legions against each other when they've only just turned traitor. So yeah, that's just like the 31st millennium. So there's 10,000 years between that happening and where we are in the gameplay now. Although I think now the gameplay you're moving into like the 42nd millennium, but that's beside the point. But basically, yeah. So they defeat him, but the Emperor's mortally wounded. He's on this golden throne, which is protected by like the custodians and everything. Some of the Primarchs die. Some of them go missing, which is like there's we could talk for hours about each Primarch on his own. You could talk for hours on individual characters. Like there's Garviel Lorcan, who is absolute badass. He was one of I think he was captain of the 10th company of the Lunar Wolves, which is Horus's legion. He stays loyal and he's absolute badass. I think he'd end up becoming a Grey Knight. There's what's he called? Sigismund. Is it Sigismund? See, I'm losing my train of thought because it's been that long since I've talked about it. He ends up forming the Black Templars, which is obviously its own chapter / legion. But after the Horus Heresy, to get to the game we're in now, Space Marine legions got separated. The idea being that there wouldn't be like these massive, powerful armies of people. So they're all a legion, really, but they've been separated into chapters. So Ultramarines, they are a thing, but each legion has separate chapters with a few thousand Space Marines in. So that's why you have like, I'm trying to think of examples of actual separate chapters now because I don't play Space Marines. I think there's them Ultramarines who have like fucking red helmets. They're a separate chapter, but they're all still Ultramarines. There's even a chapter, I can't remember what they're called. They live in like a jungle world and they're cannibals. They have green armor and everything. But originally they were all Ultramarines, but they're still good guys. Yeah, so you end up getting all these different chapters, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but in the game, so we're back to where we are in the game now. All the Primarchs aren't in it really, but Rebute Gilliman of the Ultramarines, he came back. He'd been in like stasis sort of thing, like a coma. So he comes back. He came back like a year, 2 years ago in the game, in the lore in the game. So he came back in, and basically because there's no emperor. And since then, things have happened like the Inquisition, which are a bunch of wankers, like proper zealot religious people, because they all think the emperor's a god now, which is what actually got shown to Horus, so it did come true. That's why the argument is that some people say, were they actually wrong, because all the stuff that they were fighting against has actually happened. But in a way, it happened because of them. So they made that shit come true. It starts getting a bit like Terminator, a bit like past and future influence in the past and vice versa.
Gets a bit mindfucked.
Yeah, so Roberta Gilliman's back. He sort of got the Imperium back in order a little bit, and then literally a few months ago, the Lion has awoken of the Dark Angels, Primarch. He's come back. So now you've got 2 Primarchs back. So, and the 10th edition of 40K came out this summer. And that's basically the new, every edition that comes out, there's sort of a theme to it. So like the 2nd edition was, the box set was Orcs and Space Marines. 3rd edition was Space Marines and Dark Eldar. So I won't go through all of them, but 10th edition is basically Space Marines and Tyranids. And Tyranids, obviously, separate army. They're probably one of the biggest threats to all of the galaxy, because they're not like, they are sentient, but they're not like, they're organised as well. But they're not like orcs or humans where they talk and all that stuff. They're controlled by a hive mind. They're like animals who are controlled by a psychic hive mind. Yeah. And basically they can adapt to anything. They're fucking really hard to defeat. But they feed on biomass. So they go to a planet and they have to kill everything to eat it to survive, and they obviously grow and get bigger. So they head into Terra. They can't let them get near Terra. Don't really want them getting anywhere near that solar system. So that's the theme of it's always been around in 40K, but in this one, it's like the biggest swarm of them ever. Yeah. But you've got other things what are happening. So like Angron, who became a demon Primarch, because he became a traitor, he got defeated by the Lion, but then there's sort of half rumours in the lore that he killed the Imperial Guard Commissar, Yerick, and he was an enemy of Ghazghkull Thraka, who's like the king of the orcs. He's like the biggest orc warlord, and he captured Commissar Yerick and actually released him, because orcs love fighting. So he's like, I'm not going to kill him. He's my favourite enemy. I love fighting him. So he caught him and released him again. He even had his arm chopped off, and they had an orc power claw fit to him. He was human. So anyway, but he's been killed in the lore, and the sort of rumour is that Angron, the demon Primarch, killed Yerick. I mean, he was an old man. He wasn't a space marine. He was a human. So like those of us into orcs and into Warhammer are really hoping that Ghazghkull Thraka, even though he was Yerick's enemy, he's like thinking, oh my god, someone else has killed him. It should be me that killed him. So he's going to go and fight Angron, which would be fucking crazy. Demon Primarch versus like the biggest orc warlord in 40K. But that's a good thing with 40K, even though the theme will be Tyranids and Space Marines, all the other factions will play a big part in it. So there might be a big battle with the orcs in Chaos, and that's going to help the Space Marines, because while they're fighting, they can concentrate on other stuff. And they might even get to a point where like they're fighting, which has happened before, where orcs and Space Marines are fighting, Tyranids turn up, and they both know like that these are going to kill both of us. So they don't become friends, but they sort of team up on the Tyranids to beat them. So they're not working together, but they're sort of, the enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing. They're fighting them. And in that story, there's quite a sad bit in it, because the humans who have sort of teamed up with the orcs, when they've defeated the Tyranids, the orc boss captures the human, like the leader of the Space Marines who are helping him. I think it was Space Marines or Imperial Guard, but whatever. And he says to him like, oh, you'd have done the same thing, wouldn't you? And the human guy's thinking, no, I wouldn't. I actually got to a point where I like fighting alongside you. But obviously, I don't want to lose face. So he says, yeah, I'd have done the same thing. So, but orcs are just horrible bastards. They don't care. They just like fighting and killing. So, but yeah, so there is a history of potential factions that don't like each other, not teaming up, but sort of fighting a common enemy. Yeah. So yeah, so that's where you're up to now. So that's like a very extremely brief.
We've got 25 people watching and none of us said anything. Literally, I just sat here fucking.
I've missed out so much. If anyone's into Warhammer, they'll be listening going, he's not said this, he's not said that. I'm literally, this is just for Chris and anyone watching who knows nothing about it. This is a nutshell stuff.
That's the thing I take, and I get.
And I've probably got some names mixed up and stuff.
Story and lore against with it going. I managed to cut my finger last night.
How'd you do that?
I don't know how I did that.
I'm wanking with resonating. Say what?
Yeah, let's have a smoke.
Let's have a smoke. I need a wee actually.
Fucking hour you've been speaking for.
An hour. Can I go and have a wee and you can do some chatting? I'm going to wee my pants otherwise.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, guys, handing over to the main man, Chris.
Can't piss in the corner. You can piss down there, but it's a big gap down there. Probably get in there. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's crazy. That's pure. That's 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 in a nutshell. That's Warhammer. That is literally crazy how in depth that dude can get. That dude can talk for days. I tell you right now, he's been speaking for an hour. An hour. So yeah, we're gonna do some gameplay in a minute. We're gonna see if he wants to go on fucking. He wants to smash Boltgun, which is the newest. Well, it's new, but it's not. It's the arcade. It's like an arcade 40K Warhammer game, which I got the other week and left it. I haven't played it yet because I wanted Adam to play it and see what that entails. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions or anything like that, don't hesitate to ask the question because Adam will fucking answer it for you. But at the moment, I've got quite a lot of people in, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've had this many people in the stream for a long while. Yeah, we'll get this headset sorted because I'm going to have to sit there and play it. It smells in here. It smells of sweaty people. It smells of sweaty men. It's pretty warm in here. I'm glad I didn't stream yesterday because I probably would have fucking died. But yeah, I got fucking yeah. That's the thing. I like to listen. Especially with such a vast story, and it going from 30k or the lore or whatever, going back from before 40k. Do you know what I mean? And it having a massive like story built around it. It's and it is crazy. There's so much vast. There's so much. It's like I said, he could have got some things wrong. Could have got, you know what I mean? Could have said something wrong. Or I don't think Adam would give a shit though. Because I think Adam fucking, I think it's best fucking there. I can just sit there and listen. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Where was I with a cigarette? I haven't got everything like that. Adam's got all his snacks down here.
Demi drunk all the fucking water. I just give her a fresh bowl.
He's got a sexy hat as well.
Last Wishes, mint hardcore band. I think they're from Ireland, but they're based in Leeds. Really good band.
From Ireland, based in Leeds.
I think, yeah, or some of them, or one of them, or some of them are from Ireland, but they're based in Leeds. But really good band. Supported Terror on tour last year.
That's if you're going back for Warhammer a lot.
Yeah. Well, you can have some Terror or Last Wishes on while you're playing Warhammer. Some hardcore music in background.
Right, I'm gonna put this game on. Adam, you ready to play after you?
I'm ready. Even though I don't know what I'm doing on a game, I don't really do gaming.
This is I don't know. He's taking over.
What are these for?
Well,
they want to talk to me on game.
He's going to talk to you on game yourself.
What kind of music?
That's right.
Yeah, got some fucking guitar on the game.
Yeah, I didn't even hear the fucking soundtrack to this. I'm turning it down as well.
It's already quite low. I can just hear it.
Oh, yeah.
So this game, for people watching, they know it's Boltgun, don't they?
Yeah.
There you go.
I do. I just told them that. That's all we went for a pass. Yeah, if you don't know, Boltgun.
I'm going to take them off a second because I'll get sweaty ears.
Well, I've got fucking...
What's that, jizz?
No, that's from when I had this one.
Ah,
no,
yeah,
it's not
fucking rotting
it's literal,
biological pus all over the fucking earphone and I'm wearing it. It's turning into Nurgle.
It's been there fucking... I'll be fucking spreading my fungus.
Yeah.
My fungus will be an orc fucking colony coming growing in my fucking corner. Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Boltgun. So what do we do in this game, Chris? What's the crack with it?
I shoot people, I'm guessing.
Is it like a first-person shooter, but you're a space marine or something?
I think space marines, yeah. It's all space marines.
Hey, a good thing we can mention while we're waiting to play, the cover of this, the space marine has a pointed helmet at the front, Now them Space Marines, they're the old helmets, and the orcs call them beakies.
The same beakies, yeah.
So and that's what a lot of people refer to them as, the models. But for me, they're the best Space Marine helmets. The beaky helmets, the old school. I think what would they been like? Mark III armor. There's different types of armor. I'm probably wrong, but someone will probably be like, it's not Mark III, it's Mark IV. But I don't collect Space Marines, so.
No, you're not going, aren't you? Okay. Oi.
Oi, where the fucking holes?
Let's put this game on.
Let's get this game on.
Put this on there. Oh, look, we've gone small now.
They're not really shrunk.
I'm back in the corner. Ah!
What's crack? Are we playing it like 2-player, or are we just having a go each? What buttons do what?
No, that's all right.
I'm a complete novice.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, look at that. Beaky, white beaky helmet. Ultramarine in it as well.
So you've got your difficulty, you've got law. So
We'll keep it on low.
Going on law. Now you do medium.
Well, I don't even have an Xbox, and I've never played one. So
what about that last one?
Exterminatus.
I bet you any money that last one was basically
with that
like
pure
one bullet fucking hits you.
chaos infused skull looking at me. No, I'll go on low. Maybe if I can do it, all right, we'll move it up in difficulty. But for now, just let me.
That fucking last one. That's fucking.
Let me get the bearings straight.
I would never got me that.
I think you could do that. You're a gamer guy.
You haven't seen me play.
I'd say you're.
God.
Is this what this is like, Call of Duty, but in Space Marines? It looks like Duke Nukem or something with graphics.
It's more like
Doom / Duke Nukem. So. Right.
Shoot.
Well, you guide me.
Let's put it on.
You take my hand and show me the way. Put the headset on.
Watch this.
Nothing, once touched by the hand of chaos, remains untainted. You are under the dominion of the Ordo Malleus to assist my investigations into a world that has already felt that fell's influence. Briar has been under the close watch of the Inquisition since the Grim Skull War. The Forge world remains largely secure, but we have picked up concerning energy readings in the surrounding system. I have my suspicions, although we have not had sufficient time to
love this.
the origin of these foul
Reminds me of that old fucking program Nightmare. Remember that one?
Most of the planet remains
With shit graphics.
unaffected. It is my belief that rogue elements within the Adeptus Mechanicus may have been experimenting with a surviving fragment of Inquisitor Drogon's power source. Your mission is to assist me in locating a fragment of the power source.
That's moving, yeah.
While I consider this threat extremely serious, your superiors have seen fit to second only a handful of you to my supervision.
Not second,
In
second.
the absence of a larger force, we should pray to the Emperor that this does not develop into a
The
more
Emperor
dire
protects.
situation. This servo skull will guide you. In Commodos here,
It's like fucking Barry the Baptist with flaming head.
From the virgin of Drogon's heretical archives. Together, you will search sites where communication has become sporadic. Should you encounter any opposition, you may assume.
She's like them daft cunts on TikTok, isn't she? Do all that moving around. That's what they're called.
Suffer not the
Yeah.
heretic to live.
Get a job, you sad ass.
While I continue my investigations aboard the Crown, you will be deployed to a habitation zone we lost contact with several cycles ago. You should assume the situation to be extremely hostile.
Some talking, this lass, isn't she?
Beware, we do not know how far the taint of the arch enemy spreads.
Oh shit. Drop pod.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Badass man. Well, that's me. That's jump.
I think it'll be the right trigger will be if I can.
How do you aim? Like, oh, that's a grenade.
Oh, you just
Ready?
you just chuck a random grenade.
Shit, what's going on? I'm stuck.
That's your movement, so you're not like wandering too far out of the. Your right trigger button. This one, or the shooting button. If you got.
No, it's that one.
See that one?
How'd you like hit him?
It'll be.
That one. Is it? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a grenade. Damn!
I think you caught them.
Why can't I walk in a straight line? There you go. Shit.
Apply chainsaw. Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Let me see.
Come on, you can kill him. So how come I can't do that? One over there, right? Yeah, baby. Oh, do we not actually have any ammo? Is that why it weren't working? Ah, see? People watching this like, these are dog shit, this game.
So that's when you get close.
Well, that's how you hit them.
That's how you hit 'em.
So until we get ammo, we've just got to
So you gotta go-
fight by hand. Oh, we need that medical kit. Yeah,
it's got
baby.
vibration and that's why it's making me vibration.
How do you know where you're going? There's no map or anything. That's a server.
So it should be going that way. It should be coming this way, so there must be a way for it. We'll go that way. Where do we go? Oh, probably Bunker Quest been missing out. Confused at where I'm going.
I need you to guide me, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. Oh, wait a minute. Up on the top of there. I go like that. Oh, going somewhere.
Aha.
Now you're gonna jump across there.
Oh shit.
So.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm the king of the Xbox, and I've never played it.
Oh yeah. Right, comment activation. Oh, you gotta press that button.
What'd you do?
That's I don't know. Turn around. Just turn around.
What'd you press?
This way.
In the blood of my enemies.
I'm cleansing the blood of my enemies. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See, there must be a button to press either. Ah, there we go.
Oh, it tells you. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, let me kill something. That's it. Where is it? Oh, it's there. There's another one.
Well, when you pick them up, I think it is.
Where is it?
Yeah, that number from your house every time you pick it up.
Which way we're going? This way.
So that point towards that button.
Pressed it, didn't I? Oh, X. I think I'm on a PlayStation here. That's it, no boy.
You press it.
Oh, I thought that was. Yeah, I did it. Did I?
Right, use rapid
Oh,
charge.
never done it, I know. Use of rapid fire X. Yeah, it'll be that one, isn't it? That one.
That's LT and that's LB.
Whoa! You see that then?
Oh, so you click down on that. And click down on it. Push forward.
What do you do here? Yeah, it's required. Where am I going?
You're back.
What the fuck? So I didn't even open that, Oh, you got to run. So that's why it says, I get it. That is, you got to be quick, so. Yeah, baby. Oh, you just got to go out again. How's an opening?
You gotta like point your character more at him.
Yeah, it's there.
No, because it'll come up with blue, it'll come up with pressing blue.
Oh, 1 minute.
Okay, great.
Result inconclusive.
What?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think that's what
We're going back out.
no, it's that red button, door. You remember that one, like you go back that way, yeah? On the left hand side of the thing. That other door. Just for that one where you put the key.
Nothing there.
The key there, that red spotty thing. Just there. Key on it.
Fucking hell. I can't even control game. Go on, you do it. Sweating my ass off here. Oh, there you go. Okay, now. You might as well play it now. Watch. Oh shit! Boltgun. Get it. Yes. Damn. Right, now you're rocking all these. Oh, it's ammo. You'll need all that, won't you? Oh, you must be able to get 3 magazines at a time. Go down there. You do go down there.
Let's see, if we die, we die. Ready?
Go. For the Emperor! Oh, you landed on him and killed him. Yeah! Oh, now it's good, you've got a gun. Get that quick. Shit, it's behind you. Whoa, I'm sweating my ass off with them. It's good when you're on. Good music. Where's your health? That?
Yeah.
So many do you have on it? Yeah. So is that health or is that just points?
What's your health?
Oh, you no grenades. I wasted them all throwing them there on mountain. I did blow someone up with one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, one guy at the beginning.
Did you accidentally hit that person?
Yeah, but when I went back there, a big pile of blood on the floor, so. I'm actually sweating now playing this game. That's how intense it is.
So intense it is.
It's fucking well good. This well reminds me of like an old PC game or something.
It's a purge and they all came fucking.
Maybe you purged them. Maybe that right. Look how many are dead. What's up? We've got them steps there.
That's where I got that. That's what I feel like.
Oh. Back with that key. Or that wee bump.
I think it was a key.
No. I'm surprised there's not a map. There's not a map, but I don't have a map screen. No.
Doesn't. Save. 100% kills.
Yeah, where you drop down so you won't be able to get back out of it.
Squash that guy down. Squash him big time.
That's a well good idea for gameplay. When you drop, if you land on someone, you don't die, you just kill them. Hey.
I think you keep thinking he's a
Who'd you look at that?
bad guy.
It's a server. Oh, there you go. That weren't too hard actually, we just made it look out. I didn't. I can't get used to controlling like forwards, backwards and sideways and just separate things. Yeah, it's not them things, it's just me. I'm not used to. Yeah, I suppose.
If you're going like this, lots of times it's better like this. But sometimes you've got you go to you get a bit confused and go get to the room. That's what I do when I'm cooking and Call of Duty. That's really bad for fucking. I know. I'm gonna get into my person. Let's see. How's all this stuff as well? Let's hang him back up there. Hang him back up there.
Vortex grenade. It says a hole between real space and the water beware its devastating power. Press any button to continue.
Let's press any button. This button. Let's go. Oh, that's one.
We're back on mountain, so.
Yeah, my grips on. My fatal grips. Onto that then.
Good.
It's weird when you've got. That's what I mean because it's. I put the volume on it. Microphone.
Yeah.
I thought you took like 2 bullets in the bed.
Chaos Skull. No, absolutely nothing.
Big crack. Whoa.
Big crack.
It's weird, isn't it? You realise there's no map.
Cool boy up there, behind you. There.
Ah, there you go. Bang. That way.
Got a skill, let's pay the bill. Just can't go again. There you go.
Without that, okay. There you go.
This would be a good game to like just play it and get used to it all. Let it see. Took me about a week to get used to the controls though. Good job it's on low, that's low difficulty. Medical kit then.
It takes you to 200, but if you collect them,
It goes more, doesn't it?
Or if you get a med kit.
How long has it been out this Boltgun? Not that long, is it?
It's not been out.
That Space Marine game was good, didn't it? Space Marine 2 is out now. I've only seen all the cutscenes.
We're gonna have a look, see. Yeah. It's what I'm like on games like this. We're very aggressive. Call people come.
Someone up there.
How did you shoot me then when you were dead? Seriously?
Finger was stuck on trigger, did I?
Feels like I'm gonna. I feel like I'm gonna die when I get fucking things with vibrations.
No. Oh, it's getting the swing of it now.
I can see him though, they look bouncy. I wonder how long it is as well. I don't know.
I don't know.
God, Jesus.
Look up. Right there. Oh. Close combat.
Woof! Sweating like a fucking.
I'm fucking dripping. It's well warm. Sweating like a pig.
Must be going. You only get 2 in this. That's really odd.
Well, you must have enough already.
So yeah, 50.
Oh, grenades, there you go.
Right, so grenades is blue in it.
Oh, so 1 grenade gives you 2. You know, 2. That's how you pick one up. Won't let you pick the one up though, will you? Oh! Black Legion, Chaos Space Marine.
Oh god, you put grenades on me. I didn't realise. You stood there and you took that grenade then.
Could you have some health up? So it's one of your seals in it. Hey, what's the bad boys? They're Space Marines like you, so they're harder to kill. They just sunk into them.
What's that?
Don't move your body around.
What's that?
Disco dancing car.
Oh, you can't do you can't crouch, you can't do that. Am I going? Did I get a kit? Oh, I got a kit. We went from there, right up there.
Right. Good old bad boys. What were they down that road then? Oh, grenade.
It's sweaty in here. Woo! That's all. You'd think he'd go, he'd like show you the way a little bit.
That's what I mean.
He just follows you around like a fucking shit.
Yeah, what's that door? No, it's just because they're outside, isn't it?
Outside, isn't it?
Unless you jump down.
Outside.
Oh, you did jump down. Whoa, shit. That bad boy. Oh, shit. Oh, there's lots of them over there. Dead. Oh shit, man. This extra counter call then. Speaks of age. Burgers and cans of Coke.
You can get this on. You can get that on.
Can you? Getting those games on, I'm not asking man. Electro games. With direction.
Drops, like when he drops a grenade, you don't always throw them. He drops a grenade and you kind of go up on it.
I'm literally taking Oh, here we go. Kick my head. Yeah. It's for me now that I've done my head just really platform on me. Can't control direction. Oh. Look at that. Oh, you've missed. You bounced off edge, didn't you? We don't have any Terminators. Chaos Terminators. Look at that medical. Yeah. Come on. Oh, you've already gone 200. It's all that shit right edge of the screen. Oh, it says you've got. It's counting down. Maybe you've got immunity for so long. 5, 4, 3, 2. Gives you a special power.
The guy's gone round in circles. Got my body away. Got everything up. What was that?
Might be a platform or something. Progress forward, where are you progressing to?
It's like me, it's like literally like you go there, it's a fucking hook to spot. Suggestions. Yeah, you got that.
Suggestion. Lost? It's not a suggestion, you're telling me something I already know. Yeah, I am fucking lost. Show me the way to Amarillo. Can't get up there then go off that platform. Oh, go up again. Oh shit! Pissed.
Well, that's another one. Being quick. Quick as well.
Oh, you jump. Do you jump from there and get across the other side?
So I need. Let's get it to it.
Nailed it. Yeah, baby. Oh, been over here. That's just the other side where you came from. You gotta walk around.
Figure out where the
Frag grenade. It said move forward when you were up there, didn't it? You pressed that button though, it didn't do anything. What's that meant to do?
pressed it and it vibrated, not right?
Yeah, but I'm saying we're not like something's appeared that you're meant to get.
I think that dropped down. That's it. I'm confused.
There's not some other level you can jump on from up here?
You think you press a button?
Can you not get up there? See where you went up before, turn around? Onto that, but then get onto that and go to the top of that. I don't know where you go. Onto this bit here. Maybe don't fall.
Maybe don't fall. Maybe don't fall. Maybe don't fall, Christine. Don't fall.
Yeah, like up there, up that. Probably not. It's the only way I can think it's guiding you to that way, isn't it? No, it's not that. Just keep dying doing that. That's where you went up and got that key. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
No idea where the bottom was. Unless it's just a bit that I didn't get to.
Up there, mate. No, I got a little bit up that ramp. Up there. Maybe it moves forward. It's a good game.
It'll give you yellow spots where you need to go, alright, on a ledge.
Yeah.
If you get lost. I can't remember. Too many.
Which one?
Spawning out of thin air. Okay, now it's going to get.
Oh, it's going to get spooky.
There's no.
Oh, demon. There's a mobile demon, it looks like. Oh, god, shit. Oh, someone's shooting at me. Oh, shit, one up there. What's going on? I wish I were there in snow. Yeah, cool in here. Good in winter. Good try for a grenade, man. Pretty awesome. Go outside there, like.
Where you going, Kelly? I'm good. I'm good. See you possibly get lost.
Look at the back of him, man. Unless you get into one of the bosses or one of other demons, I bet they're well hard, but I wonder if you get any like special weapons. Well, if they have plasma pistols, they can. Oh, beautifully. I think you've already loaded them all, haven't you? You've just been, oh, there's some people down there. Well, why are you going to jump over there? You want better aim it now for this. Brown bread. Look at it home. See the batch. Oh, there's some kind of chaos shrine here. Yeah. Oh, there we go, this might be the end of it now. Yeah!
20 minutes.
20 minutes, I'm not sweating. 9%, that's not bad. I fucking don't need it. Cracked it. Chaos' ass. Chew it. I'm going to have a wing cool down. Sweaty Betty.
Wait till you get back. I've got it back on chat a minute.
Oh, dog's asleep here.
Yeah, it should be. Hey, baby. Like, babe, what's going on? Oh, man, that's crazy. Again, welcome. Yeah, I've got my friend Adam here today. Special ones of Northern England. And Warhammer 40K. Now playing now. Boltgun. Warhammer 40K Boltgun. What we on now? An hour and a bit. Probably gonna do a bit more on this. Not gonna do a crazy stream. Because I need to take the dog out again. And Adam needs to get back for his dogs. But yeah, it's been a good stream. I know, Demi. I know. I won't be long. Promise. I didn't want to keep you in that crate because you get barking. But you can't come in here because it's a bit tight in here. Hello. I'll take you out soon. Let's over there. So yeah, it's crazy. This game's crazy. Yeah, like I said, special guest spawns of Northern England, aka Adam. Very good friend of mine. I'd say very good friend. But yeah, he wanted to come. He wanted to come in here and just do his little Warhammer chat. But he can't get the controls right for this game. It takes a bit of time, and it takes a bit of time. So what's that? The streets are quiet, too quiet. The stench of, abounds. looks like the local Mother defences didn't fare too well. It ends up on the hab. Purify it as you go. Just at the end of a charge, leap forward. Ah, right, okay, so charge and leap forward. So it gives you tips there on combat. Gives you combat tips, which is pretty cool. Tobacco all on them, got tobacco all on my shirts. I got tobacco all on my shirts. I'm kind of looking at the camera, yeah. Hey, baby. Yeah. Yes, I know.
Oh, mate, it's like literally going in a sauna coming in here.
It's, yeah, once it, that's the thing, when lights on, it's worse. We had to put the lights on and stuff, we'd have been fucking sweltering. Hey.
It's alright, she's not going damage it.
Jabba, jabba, jabba. Jibba, jabba, jabba. Oh, you don't be waffling and spit everywhere.
Good job, Joey.
Yeah, jabba, jabba.
She's been asleep there all the time.
You're in sleep, baby.
You're asleep behind the door.
Oh, at least you're not fucking... At least you're not...
Stressed as shit. Right, I'll pull that through, my mate. What's your bum? We'll go.
Won't be too long, because I think we'll end up becoming fucking...
We'll end up wasting away. We'll just be two like shriveled pieces of bacon or something.
We'll be fucking dates, mate. We'll be fucking
Space Marines in this game. That's them. That's the old version of it, isn't it?
Beasts. Look what it says there.
The Black Legion.
Jump at the end of a charge to leap further.
That must be a tip for the next part of the game. That's what we'll look like. These skeletons. They keep sweating.
I'll just be there with beard and just go. Fucking hell. It wasn't hot when you were talking. That's just suddenly gathered teeth.
It's because of the intensity of this game.
It was you not been knowing how to control it. And me taking over, and then you
getting frustrated, so I'm sweating.
You can have a go now, if you're going to do this.
No, not on this level. It's getting harder. I'm enjoying watching it.
See what?
It's crazy.
Let's turn it up a little bit. Put it on 5. I reckon it'd be not too loud. It's just that it does, because
Just turn it up so you can hear it through headphones.
Because it's delayed. No, it's fine. We'll do it for you, Telly. It's fine. Did it on Fortnite, and I had it on water, and it sounded alright. It's just that if it because it's delayed, it's slightly delayed on stream. It catches both sounds, so you'll get you talking, saying something, but then you'll hear something.
Yeah,
off telly. Yeah, it's weird. It's slightly delayed, and I've got chat delayed as well. So it's what's it called? And it's sometimes a delay in the chat takes a few minutes for it to pop up. There's still fucking like 20 odd people in.
So is it paused now live stream?
No.
Oh, they can hear us waffling away.
No, it's still waffling. Yeah. I do it all the time. I waffle all the time. Yeah, it's true. I see.
Ignore us, guys. Just chatting amongst ourselves.
I do it all the time. Like I said, I could be sat in the stream with no one in it, and I'll just talk to myself. I'm literally just talking chat. People must think, what the fuck are they talking about? One of my followers went, how do you stream when there's no one in your chat? Because I've got something to say all the time. So I'll sit there and we'll literally just have it on here. Like I'm just chatting, just talking, waffle.
It's better than talking to yourself just in the middle of a field or something.
Yeah.
It's a bit random. Oh, I do that when I'm with dogs.
Yeah, but you've got dogs with you.
I'm not really talking to myself, talk to dogs.
You're talking to dogs, but then, yeah, it's just like a way of just releasing what I've got on my mind.
Yeah, it's probably healthier than not releasing it.
But then I do talk to myself when I'm not on my own as well. So it doesn't really make sense, really. Kelly's a follower from she posts all her stuff on my Facebook page.
Right.
She's not a mod. She's a mod on the chat. When it comes up with that sword, that's a moderator. So if anyone comes in who's a dickhead, you can kick someone.
You can kick some Rudy Poo candy ass.
She's also a mod on my Facebook page as well.
See, I'm learning stuff all the time. I'm stuck in late 80s, early 90s, you know. I'm still using pigeons for send mail.
It could work. So it's like you said, it's having a niche, isn't it? Having a niche for a
That was something to do, yeah.
And it's like it's not me. It's like they're going, yeah, actually having questions to ask.
Well, it's just a conversation, isn't it?
But I could go, oh yeah, I could get a script and I could have had all the questions and then maybe two fucking like follow with going, oh yeah, and that bit there. What's that all about?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You just want to see where it goes. Go with the flow.
Just go with the flow, yeah. Like you can go, oh yeah, you want to talk like through it, but then you're missing bits out. But you're like, well, it can be said another time. Innit? I mean,
That's what happens when you talk to people. They don't have in their head like, oh shit, I better say everything I've got to say now. You're just talking, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's the biology of the human condition. You smell?
No.
Oh, there you go.
I've just got a normal like a sweat smell. Not just not a BO smell.
That's called BO. Sweat smell is BO.
Oh, but that's not BO. No.
Fuck me. It smells like curry.
You want to fucking curry, you dickhead. I don't sweat. I don't smell.
It smells like Bigfoot's dick.
What, on the Hendersons? Remember Bigfoot and the Hendersons?
Harry and the Henderson. Harry Henderson.
No, we watched it at my house.
I've seen it when I was a kid, but I think
but when it said it were Harry and the Hendersons and it were fucking that horror film with the
camera,
yeah, over the CCTV camera,
yeah.
and it was like moving around in that strip club,
yeah,
and it didn't. Martin's going, fuck, this is fucking, and it was literally a camera, and it was like meant to be CCTV, but it were moving like someone.
Like someone walking around with
the camera,
like Blair Witch or something.
That fucking shit. Oh my god! See, it's all coming back to me.
I remember that when it came out, Blair Witch.
Oh, no,
and people were at school arguing like, "Oh, it's real. It's a real footage that they found." And obviously, those of us who are brain were going, "No, it's just been made to look like that." No, it's not. It's a true story. Imagine if they made that film now, everyone would be like, "This is shit."
I don't know.
It robbed its time, wasn't it?
There's still a lot of fucking found footage films. If you find them.
I suppose, but they're not big, are they? Like at the time, there was nothing like that at the time. It was big news, wasn't it? I remember going to cinema. I would have only been young when that came out, and seeing like the promo for it with big posters, just that logo, do you know, like the cross.
The cross, yeah, with the sticks.
And it was just that and said Blair Witch Project, and that were enough to make you go, "What the fuck's that?" And then you just started hearing rumours of it, like to the famous scene where she's got fucking snot dribbling down her nose. You saw like clips and you're like, what is this?
I was improv that.
It was improv.
Yeah, but it wasn't fucking scripted. That bit was actually generally was fucking crying and shit, and she just put you like come up with something that says something, and she was fucking actually crying while she was saying it. Because you watched because of the game as well, the Blair Witch.
Is it?
Which is based upon after that.
Oh, what happened afterwards?
You're trying to find
the people that went missing.
There's the teenagers, well, the kids who were in the film, well, the people that are in the film. But then there's another kid gone missing straight after that.
Oh, right. And same ones.
Yeah, you play a cop who's mentioned in the film, but you don't see him, but they put him in as a game.
Oh, that's a cool premise for a game.
But there's a full an hour section of the game which you fucking go and do on the tap, and it's proper fucking like, the fuck is this? Martin got it originally on his Xbox, and I completed it, but got to this bit, and my brain was like fucking spewed, like fucking proper fried. And I went, it's not that bad. And I fucking put it on, and I went, fuck off.
It was that bad.
They were going through like fucking all this trauma they were going through. And I was like, is that going back to we were in army, military? They were all going back to that. We were walking through the house, in the film. You're walking through that, and every time you got to a fucking certain section, it fucking flashed back to when you were in fucking water. And he would kill him, and he were killing children and shit.
Sounds a bit heavy for a game.
It was like, what the fuck is this? Like, people go, oh, the game, like, the rest of the game's not that good. Put that 1 hour section of the game where you fucking literally fucking, and you end up, I don't want to spoil
I'm not going to play it, am I?
Spoiler alert, you end up being the fucking person who's the fucking Blair Witch.
Oh, so you like possessed.
You actually get to the end, and it's actually been you all the time. So in your brain, you think that you're helping, but you're not. You're fucking
actually making it worse.
You're making it worse, yeah. And it was like, fuck off. And he had a dog. He has a dog with him. And at the end, like, the dog's like really like your companion. And at the end, like, you turn around to look at your dog, and your dog's fucking growling at you, like he's gonna fucking attack.
Kill you.
And you turn and look at the dog, and he's like, "What's up?" I can't remember the dog's name. What's it called? I can't remember the dog's name. But he turns back and looks in the water that's on the floor. and he's the fucking Blair Witch. And it's like, fucking hell, man. That game, you thought you were a good guy, the whole time you were a fucking bad guy. It's like, fuck,
Oh,
man.
yeah. They still make games like that.
Yeah, man.
That's
It
a
only came
proper.
out like about 2 years ago as well. It was literally like,
Dude, that could be a film, though, that story, couldn't it?
yeah, it was literally like just a follow on to the film.
They have
It was
done
like
follow-ons, haven't they? But they were
They
shit.
did Blair Witch 2 and that was dog shit. Because
Yeah.
it was filmed, it weren't found footage, it was fucking done like every other fucking film. They didn't follow on with that found footage,
Yeah.
which was shit. But the
Probably because
game
loads of
was-
other people have done it by
But
then.
the game was all fucking like you're playing it first person, so you don't see the character until you get to the end, and then you do see him in sequences, but you get to the end and you're like, fuck off, what the fuck, like, my brain's fried, like, fuck off. Like, Martin was fucking telling the truth, like, it literally...
You thought you were lying.
Fuck me. I didn't even think it was that, it didn't look that good.
Yeah.
But you find a video camcorder. So what you can do is when you look through the camcorder, you can rewind time. Or you can look at it and go, there's something in the distance. You go, you rewind the tape or fast forward it, and something fucking turns up. So there's a bit where there's a grave, and you rewind it. It shows what dude who was digging up the fucking grave. So you go back over and dig it back up, and you find fucking like keys and stuff in there. And you're like,
Right.
oh,
That's a good
it
idea.
turns out the dude who was doing it was you. It was like, so you were digging,
So you're watching yourself.
You were killing the kids and fucking burying them. And you'd find the fucking body of a kid, and
Yeah, it's a bit heavy,
it was
that.
well fucking heavy. It was like, and the dog was like I said, the dog was your friend all the time, helping you, fucking attacking.
And then when it sees what you really
it
are.
sees what you right at the end, it's like it must have been like that all the time, but in his head, it was his friend.
Yeah.
Proper like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking, that Martin told me, and I was like, because I originally watched him playing it on his Xbox. I was like, oh, this is alright. And then, like, fucking weeks later, I completed it and it fucking fried my brain. You know, just get it. And I was like, at the time, I couldn't pay for it, so I got it on Game Pass through Xbox. And I was like, I'll play it. Fucking streamed it, and I'm like, fuck off. Fucking, it's about fucking 12 hours long as well.
Deal.
It's not a short game, but one sequence of it was just an hour long. Just an hour long. And it was just like, fucking.
It's crazy, that.
It is, it's fucking mental. So it explains, because you don't really get an ending to the fucking film.
No, just ends abruptly, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because she's in the fucking. Well, they think they found the fucking source, haven't they?
Yeah.
It chases them around the house, and it ends up being this fucking dude at the end. So the law, if you follow the law, fucking.
That is what's in the movie, yeah. But you don't see it, do
You
you?
don't see it. It's this dude. Fucking looks like a. Doesn't even look. Shows him. It shows the last shot. The last two shots is of his actual face, and then he goes like that with his hand, and it shows him as the fucking Blair Witch, and I'm like, fucking what the fuck is this? Fucking hell, like all fucking deformed and fucking
Wrinkling horrible.
wrinkly. Fucking, he's got the necklace with a fucking stick, fucking cross.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking hell. And it just says it was you all along. That's it. Some narrated us because it was you all along.
It was you.
Boom. And then it goes black screen. Like, fuck off. This is fucking mental. Oh, what's connecting to it? Oh, control it. Oh, half these people on here, I don't even know. But I used to get people that followed me on Xbox through Twitch.
Yeah.
Because it used to pop up. It pops up on the screen now, but I've turned it off so people can't add me. But I used to get random people. I once got this dude come in and he gave me loads of shit.
Give you loads of shit.
Give me loads of shit while I was streaming. And he streamed shit. I was like, oh fuck. On the Xbox. You're messaging me on Xbox saying you stream shit. And you're in my stream. And I was like, fuck shit. And then he got his mate to join in. So they were messaging me on Xbox and they were watching on the stream. I said, well, it can't be that shit if you carry on watching.
Yeah, you're wasting your time watching it.
You're wasting your time, mate, if you fucking think it's shit.
I'm so now
You
better to do.
You must enjoy it. It must be because you're messaging me on Xbox. So I stopped doing that where I've turned it off so no one can have me through Twitch on Xbox.
There's a lot of weird sad cunts about it, isn't there?
Right, what time is it now?
Sound on now.
Nearly 2 hours. Probably won't go too much longer because the fucking tits are
We'll keel over, won't we? See if we can do this next level.
It looks mental, it's all purple. It looks demonic.
Getting more chaos-infused action going on.
It's going to fucking see my shooting then again. I'm quite good on that, I thought. Grenades and all as well.
This game does get better as you play it, doesn't it? You start to get a rhythm of where you're going and stuff.
It's cool. I think it's cool as well that they don't have maps.
Yeah, because it's more like you're actually there trying to figure out what you're doing.
It's immersive.
Yeah, it is good.
It's not like you just click on a map and go, oh, I've got to go that way. You got to find secrets and shit like that. It's more immersive, I think. As I was saying about horror games, totally different to horror films.
Yeah.
I can watch a horror film and not get scared by it.
No.
But when you're sat in front of it and
you're anticipating, aren't you?
And you're the player and you're going, fuck, I'm actually in this situation. And you're walking around the house and it's fucking scary as fuck.
Yeah.
And you hear noises in your headset. So imagine fucking, like you can hear fucking things moving. And like I said that last time, I fucking fell over my chair. And it weren't this small chair, it was a fucking big fuck off chair. I went back, fucking jumped. Played Five Nights at Freddy's once and shit myself.
Oh, is that a program, that Five Nights at Freddy's?
It's brought out the ring out of the film, aren't they?
Right.
But it's originally it's an indie horror game made by one person.
Right.
And it's about fucking Fazbear's fucking pizzeria. And it's security guard. And all you're doing is just sat in front of a computer like that. And you can look left and right. And the original game was just you look left and right and you had to shut security doors because the robots, the animatronics were fucking trying to kill you. But if they got in, they fucking jumped at you. And it was fucking first 5 minutes of the game and it got through and fucking jumped out at me. I sat on the original chair downstairs, fucking crap myself. Shane and Alicia were sat with me. They were going, fucking hell. I was like, yeah, fucking shit myself. Fucking hell.
Literally.
I had that table with the Xbox on. The camera was on it originally because it went boom on him. That one that's got the microphone.
Yeah.
And it was fucking, and I knocked at the table and went back onto the corner chair. And then I played Visage that time and I fucking fell backwards and actually fell into the front room and fucking landed in because that used to be there. I had that in the corner.
Yeah.
I went right through it. I literally knocked it all over.
I think you get too immersed in the game.
With tapestry on it, it had all this stuff on, like I had pegged on. I had Joe Strummer there. I had him pegged on there a bit. I had the mass on one side.
Yeah.
Everything just fell off. I'm like, I'm going to have to stop the stream here because
wrecking fucking house.
Pick it all up. So I was like, what are you fucking doing? I went, I'm fucking just nearly crap myself. Literally, I swear down, I'm not joking. If that's the thing, because you'd be sat there, you'd be watching it.
Yeah.
But if I were playing it, I'd be like...
You probably won't do it if I were there, because you've got someone else talking to it, but if you're on your own, just you doing it, that's when you're more immersed in it, isn't it?
It was dirty. It was fucking horrible. It was disturbing.
Smashing all house or what you're doing.
I'm
playing the game.
Exactly. Fucking shit, I peed my pants. I did. I think I did. Sorry on myself. And then I stopped playing it for 3 months. Stopped playing it for 3 months. And it was still on Game Pass. So I was like, right, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to complete it. It took me 8 hours for me to complete it.
Well, you just sat 8 hours straight and
played
did
it. And did it.
Fuck me. You not stop for a week or a pub or anything?
No. I won't go for a piss until I finished.
Damn.
The stream. I've
had 2 pisses while we're doing this.
I fucking literally got a break screen.
You need to drink more water.
On here. There's a break screen here. I don't ever use it. The only time I ever use it is if Sam's going to bed. And she'll go, tuck me in then.
Tuck me.
I'm trying to do my creation here. I'm trying to make content here. I won't tuck you in. So
tuck me in.
Tuck her in so I fucking have to break it. I do. That's what I mean. I do drink water. I just don't drink it very often. I drink it normally with coffee, milk.
So you don't drink water, then you just drink coffee and milk. I don't drink water. I drink coffee and milk.
I drink hot water.
With coffee and milk in it. And sugar. Okay. I think caffeine, it's like dehydrates you, doesn't it, I think? You need to have plenty of water.
I don't know, I need a piss now, but I won't go until I finish.
You've got the power, haven't you, to hold it?
I can. When I did my 24-hour stream, I went 12 hours without any piss. I sat in here and had my tea. I was eating. Well, the first time I did a 12-hour stream. No, first time I did a 12-hour stream, I went a full 15 hours without going to toilet. The second time I did a 12-hour stream, I went the whole 12 hours without going for a piss. And then the latest one when I did it for Gosh, so I got the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Got the certificate.
Beautiful,
so
beautiful.
Fucking raised. I just got the tattoo as well because I said that if I raised more than 200 quid, I'd get the tattoo, and it literally hit the thing within about fucking 20 minutes.
See, people wanted to see the ink in the skin, didn't they?
Fucking, I went for ages without going to toilet, and I literally sat there and ate my tea and fucking eating. I got a chicken wrap. I bought a chicken wrap from shop, spicy. I had it all under my desk at the time. The desk was here, so it was just on the other side where I had the fucking bag on the floor. I had a bottle of water actually. I remember there was a bottle of water in there, so I do drink water
sometimes.
But I had like 2 cans of fucking Monster. I had about 6 of them chilies. I also had fucking loads of them. One of them was empty actually because I had to go through them all, and then I read and I thought I'm going to have to go to the toilet, so I had to take a break. Came back and there were loads of people in my stream going, "Where did you go?" I'm like, "I had to go to the toilet."
I'm going for a piss. It's been 12 hours. You know.
And yeah, it was fucking. What do you think about doing a 24-hour stream with me?
Well, maybe not in the middle of summer because I'd be dead by the end of it. I'd be sweating that much. Wait till it's fucking mine.
It's hard. I thought.
I'd have to be naked. I'd just have my undies on. I'd have to have my undies on and just sit here about naked.
It was
with ice all over me.
I had to sit there in a maid's outfit. I think I've still got one of the videos. It's on my. I'll show you later on when we finish the save onto my Twitch. I was sat in a maid's outfit. I think I originally had that t-shirt on over the top of it, and then I took it off and that full on maid, fucking chest without everything. Fucking had a hat on, and I know I had the maid's fucking thingy on, and I thought, I look like a fucking gimp. So I put my hat on. I was sat there, fucking people were getting me to twerk. Twerking, like I said.
Eating chilies. Nuclear waste.
Bortshed, who I worked with at the time, he got me to eat 3 chilies in a row because he'd fingered up all his cheese bits. So he'd hit me 3 chilies in a row. So I had to eat one. I chewed it and fucking all that. It hit my fucking gums like fuck. Then he did it again.
And you did it again?
I had to do it again. It was 10,000 cheese bits to get 1 chili. So he'd raised like fucking 50,000. So he did 3 in a row, and then he hit me with 4 of them straight after.
Oh.
And I was sat there and I was
You're in pain?
No.
It's quite funny
actually. Because he thought that I hadn't eaten it. I put it in my mouth. And he was going, "You didn't chew that. You didn't swallow it." And I fucking opened my mouth and it was like, "It's gone." And he fucking hit the fucking thing again. I was like, for fuck's sake. But I had to do it because he'd given me some fucking money for charity.
Yeah.
And he did it again. And then he went, "Oh, I'll do this then." So he gave me £2.50. Give me an extra £2.50. I was like, "You fucking cheeky bastard." £2.50. I had to hit I was at £100 at the time. Oh no, it was 98. No, it was at £98. No, £97.50 it was. And he went, "Oh, I'll get you £200 if you fucking have 1 more chili." So he gave me £2.50, and I was like, "Oh, thanks for that." And then about 20 minutes later, he did it again. And
I said, "Sorry, charity, no more chilies today. My ass is going to be on fire, ring of fire."
It's something like, how many did you have? It's 6.
You have stomachache?
I had stomachache next day.
Yeah,
I couldn't get up. It felt like something rolling around in my stomach. But it didn't give me or anything like that. But it was like I had stomach cramp.
I don't think it's normal to eat that sort of heat, is it?
No,
just one's bad enough.
Not when you fucking put it in your mouth. And
that video where that guy's having all that hot sauce, and he's like, "Oh, that means pain." And then at the end, he was like, "What is it? That nuclear atomic waste, whatever."
That fucking sort of, yeah, fucking.
That always one internet you can get. He's like, "I'm in extreme pain."
Someone said that Steve-O's hot sauce went hot. Right. So one of the dudes who like one of these like Spice Kings, like the big ones, who like
Johnny Scoville.
He went and he drank a bit of it and he went, "That dude's fucking lying.
It's really hot.
It's fucking hot." And his eyes started watering. I see it coming out of his eyes. He's like, "Yeah, that was a mistake." So I listened to some fucking dude on the internet and thought, "Oh yeah, I'll see if I can drink it."
They've said it on purpose, so someone does drink it.
Does that? Do you make fucking Branson pickle? Branson.
Yeah.
The shit the bed.
Closing the name.
It's called Branston in the shitty bed.
What they call him, mate? Branston Pickle. Oh yeah, Branston.
Yeah.
Well, they called him, mate, Heinz baked beans. Heinz, innit?
Oh, God.
Hey.
Yeah, they make one called Shit the Bed, don't they?
Do they?
Sauce, yeah.
Is that real?
It's called Shit the Bed. They actually sell it as Shit the Bed. You can't get it in stores, but you can buy it online. Yeah, it's called Shit the Bed.
Why would you buy that? You don't want to
That's
shit in your own
bed.
bed, do you?
There's that dude that TikToker who puts them on like he goes to like McDonald's and KFC and stuff
And
like
puts
that.
it on, so.
Puts it on the burgers. And he always has and he goes, oh, shit the bed, Branston, shit the bed. And he fucking eats it. Oh, that's what it's like that. Like a fucking proper tard. But he gets about 1 million views all the
Well,
time.
people are into daft shit,
Like,
aren't they?
fucking, he's an old dude as well. And he pretends to spray WK-40 in his mouth. I don't know why.
WK for it, WD for it.
WD-40. Fucking idiot.
That's like Wicked mixed with WD for it.
Correct it.
Iron brew flavour.
Correct it's plastic right there. I think the heat's getting to me.
Yeah. Come on, WK for it. Let's see if we can do this level.
WK-40. I got it in here as well because it's downstairs.
Let's see if we can
Every
find.
time that dude pops up.
Can you lose it now? Yeah, somebody lost. Why is royalty?
Cause of absence of life.
Yeah, but that means something big's going to come, doesn't it? Look, there's a glow down here. There's a glow of chaos. We'll get that, it's only 150. See, they're cans of Coke. Looks like cans of Coke.
Oh yeah, what a pack. Oh,
2 cans of Stella, wife beater.
that one.
There we go. There we go. Gas mask man's here. They didn't move very well. See this? You know, his mate's got shot, just stood there. They die quite easily, don't they? Not that hard. Get a grenade on your ass. Look at that, tie-dye blood. Very nice. Not bad. One more. One more behind him. Oh, there's one behind you. What's that behind you? See if this one. Oh, shit. Oh, what's this? Corner. Too bad. Get out of there. Oh, 2-1.
You are an abomination to be expunged.
What's this?
Breathe your last.
Breathe your last. See if it says for the Emperor.
I am the point of his spear.
Say it again.
For the throne.
Oh, it says for the throne.
You die here, vermin.
Oh yeah, there's a 40k vermin as well, isn't there?
Key. Is
Is
it?
it vermin?
Vermin?
Is it vermin? Yeah, I'm sure there's.
I thought it was like Warhammer, scared them. In fantasy.
I remember playing it.
Unless it's some kind of something in Hive World or something. I don't know.
Did I? I don't know if you can change weapon back. Even the option to.
Maybe you can.
This shotgun was alright, but it's not as
It seemed more powerful. We killed 2 of them at the same time. But it's not got as much range, has it? You got it then, didn't you?
I thought that was cool, wasn't it?
No, it's just a logo one.
It's just not good. It's good, isn't it?
It'll be in there, yeah. Follow the blood trail. We're not to your right. Through. No, back through there. Turn, no, what's the end, and then turn right through there. Yeah, jump down there. Oh, that's where you just come from, isn't it?
Door might be down here.
I will wade through the blood of our enemies.
Yeah, climb up there. That's right up there, isn't it?
That's the door, something. Probably a door somewhere. It's not there.
That's where you just come from, isn't it?
It's all right. Okay, you gotta use your brain. I think you can actually find it around. You don't like to go send it up. It's not always how easy. Just go fucking anyway. Door somewhere. That comes back.
Yeah, dead bodies down here. Isn't it? It's just a circle, we'll go down there. But that door. No, it doesn't open, does it? Can you go around that pile of shit there? Yeah, there's a gap in there. There's no there.
What's that do? Give me some advice.
Yeah, does he not say anything?
Can you eat some?
It's just him making a noise now. Look, his foot's off behind you, saying don't look at me.
For Terra and the Emperor.
For Terra and the Emperor.
Glory for Ultramar.
Ultramar, the home of the Ultramarines.
I am hate incarnate.
That'd be you're a space marine, walking around talking to yourself.
Should be some blood. Yeah, man,
Like a bird having a shit. Let's do this. Yes. Okay, you're getting pure power ups here. Oh, here we go. Shit gonna get real now. Oh, are these Chaos Marines like that? No, that's got good health, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, it said you got a charge and loot, didn't it, at the beginning of the game? That's it. You nailed it. Talking to him now before he kills him.
I didn't realise that was like
Ooh. That gun's got some power. It's even better when you start giving them shit when we shoot them.
The Emperor sent me to redeem in holy fire!
Yeah, just go back to the Boltgun walk, man. Yeah, no, that's how you do it. Pure carnage. I purge again. Bolt some demonic entity, float and die. So you only get 2 for every one of the people. Oh, there's the medical waves. Pretty cool.
And that gives you a bit of health, but
That was improved there. Ultimate behind. Leatherface. Shit. That's some medication. 17, 19. Poison 8. Oh my god, you're on 3 now. You're clinging on here. One there. If you meet any enemies now. No. Shit. Told you, pink and blue orange, that's what they're called. Oh, you got to start the old level again. Oh, it's fun. 57. 103 to fucking going. Oh yeah, back on 103. We're back on it now. How did you do that? You're on 3. Managed to kill all them demons and get the
You invoke my ire. Filth.
Imagine being the person who had to come up with the phrases for the game. I'd have come up with some right fucking banger. Marine. We'll get some off. Right, it's still 107. What's it taking you? It's a dead end after all that. We're not even cool. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh shit. Yeah. That shot's come about because it killed him like one shot, didn't it? Oh, what's this bad boy?
That's an upgrade.
2 hands on it now. Kill some demon filth with it.
Quake
Who just came from it?
fear.
Yeah, no way.
Put on there.
To the left. Medical kit. That's going to take 200 surely. Yep. Oh! Oh, Terminator. Mutations available, acquisitions stronger. Munitions available, acquisitions. Running long shit. There's some spirit shit.
Fucking that dude, man.
Guns, badass, yeah. Yeah, when you kill him. Oh, see. Hey man, the door. I'm blinded you. So you've had Nerval on Raptor, we've had Zinch, so you've got all that Slanet, Corn demons. They're called Bloodlines. They're both in one at that level. Oh, that's it, man. Still on top of it. We just that thing disappearing, yeah. Remember that sounds a floating thing. Chainsaw there. There you go. Something there. Yeah, mate, multiple fucking weapons. Kick it out. Oof. Oh, killed them all. He's on edge, isn't it? Purge. Oh, you got like a purge the heretics. You must be in like a mad march. 24. All that cash bedroom turned into a demon. Come on, drop that. Yeah, 124. Yes. Shoot him from up here. Oh, plasma gun. Once you got that, you'll be able to kill everything. Kills the pets. Yeah. You could jump down and get the gun, and then kill him. You'd make it, but what's he going to do 24? Oh, you missed it. You could then fucking all you'd have. How are you meant to get to it anyway? I think you've got to walk down to it. Look, no bridge. Oh, yes. So that's the weapon. Oh, get off that island, you know. You didn't get killed by it, so got killed by that blue one.
Oh, I think I blue one now.
You know, when you go down there, you went and got a medical kit, didn't you? Imagine if when you've used it once, you can't go back and get it again. Right, jump on that island and get that thing. You get that gun, jump straight off and go into corner. Oh, good shot. Killed him. Ooh, what a shot. That was quality. Better see you get it, Lord. Yeah, like that. That demon, isn't it? Yeah, it takes a kill right.
Your death is mine.
How the hell is it?
Oh shit, another Terminator. There. 7. Shit. We're down here. Oh no. Hey. Hey, good jumping. Oh, what? You got shot? Oh no. Wait, no weapons. No weapons. Well, I had this bit again. Oh, it'd be a parcel. Probably.
Alicia, you just get door. Thank you.
You might come at half one. 5 o'clock. And you've got the button around. Yeah. No. Stay up here a second. You know, for yeah, they just well armoured and those little bastards are annoying because they're not terrible, they just creep up though. Imagine that. Exactly. This is the wall. Pretty tough. I missed that. There's probably somebody who did a speed run of this without taking any damage or something. Oh, you're not going about a medical stuff? No. I'm going to go straight to the old plasma weapon. Then go and get the medical kit, I think. Aha! Yes.
That makes no sense. Shooting the big horse. I don't get that.
You've got him absolutely perfect, haven't you? How many grenades have you got? We've got one. They're quality on Terminator. See what hits with it. Two hits on it. They just keep.
Go back down.
Is that ammo for problem? Oof, what do you want this in? It's not too bad. I'm not bad, I'm saying 83. That's with them so down as well.
Sure, I'm taking damage.
Your max when you hit floor to get back again. 7
I would stay out of that area. Why did it pick that wall?
See, that just appeared. Dude, with a fucking sniper rifle. I'm not gonna do. Oh. They just metamorphosed that and over and over. Well, if you think every time you've had a turn now, if the enemies you killed stayed dead each turn, you'd have killed most of them, mate. But they all just were early and early. You need to closer, don't you? You do loads of grenades on this level, try to throw them down. You don't let the Terminator kill and then get your grenades on the You know, bullets, ammo for shotgun. That was powerful. You want to get on there while you're on the side of the and then you can get back up. Shoot. Whoa. But I know there's all them bad things catching me. some up top now. Oh, it's Terminator there. Did it? Got him. 48. You can go on in red thing, get some more help. There's some there, there's one up there. There's some way out Terminator with a shot. Grenades. Over there. Up there. Maybe that's like some kind of thing you go for. It's open. There'll be some boss, won't there? Yes! That would hard that bit. Hey, 97% kill, that's good. I thought like 3% that you didn't kill. How'd you run that exterminatus? That's what you do before when you touch on the button. But it's like, when it's on and you start revving it in.
Gain contact by bashing.
Vanishing demon, perhaps in the one.
That's the one.
Oh.
Oh God. My back's on fire. I'm sweating profusely out my crack. Fuck me. That was fucking
Intense.
inducing.
Yeah. Very good game.
What was that? Nearly 3 hours, mate.
Bloody hell.
20 minutes.
When you're making your test
How time is it?
5:15.
5:15. 2 times 2. Dude, and you have to go and take your dog
I'm
out.
gonna get my dogs out. It'll be cool when I get back, won't it? Yeah. Get
Yeah.
some fags and then.
I'm impressed with fucking. Make your eyes. Yeah, when he's dirty, proper dirty
Have
daggers.
a dirty rolly.
I'm a dirty roller, man. I'm a dirty. Oh, God, I'm sweaty. Oh, God, my fingertips are sweaty.
Sweaty fingertips. I'm gonna stand up, my ass is getting numb. Oh,
That's the fucking.
it's been alright. Just literally now, 3 hours in. I got a numb ass.
Oh, 3 hours. Fucking hell. We'll save that for another time. The game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it on my own. I don't want to play it on my own. I like the support.
It's good when you play it. I like watching you play. It's good.
Go on. Kill that demon. Kill that demon. Yep, I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit some of your bullets. Trying to hit bullets. And plasma gun.
Cheers, bud.
My fingertips.
Nice rolling. I'd have rolled for a bit.
Hey. So what I'll do when we finish, I'll put fucking.
What that? The game?
No, them's right.
What? Popping and popping at door? Where is she? Is she gone? Oh, it's nice and cool, that.
Go out there, look fucking. Look at that.
Debbie, hello.
Bedroom.
Oh, she feels nice and cool.
Bobby.
You're more cool than us.
Bobby.
We're warmer than you.
Bobby.
No, and then you. She don't jump up, does she?
No,
Yeah, good
she
girl.
She jumps up, she'll jump up on me. When you, Bobby.
Yeah, but my dog jump up on anyone who comes in the house. First 5 minutes, they go nuts, don't they? See if he jumps up here, we could see your face on live stream.
Your eyes.
Look at your beautiful eyes. Come here. Go to the beautiful eyes. You're lovely, aren't you? Little baby. Yeah.
Dog, what are you doing here?
Get you that new collar, mate, then you look Davidosi with big pink spiky collar on.
I'm
Like a
Davidosi,
black
wasn't
metal
it?
dog.
Huh? I've got tobacco on my chops.
There you go.
That's what my hands were.
Oh, big yarn.
I was sweating with my hands were and all that. I'm not playing. Big
There's a sweat patch on your shorts.
I got sweaty legs. Sweaty eyes.
You've got a little scab there on you now. You've been itching. You've been itching. Look at that funny face. Good girl. You're lovely, aren't you, mate? She's my mate now.
Yes.
Yesterday she was like, who's this guy?
Who's that guy? It's smell like dogs. I can't put my finger on it.
You don't want to meet Ted for a bit because he'll be wanting to put more puppies on you, mate. I've got you till your boobies are better.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a proper staffy head, that, isn't it?
It is.
Big muscly head.
That's what we're going to do. When Adam grows, you're just going to be sat on there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
He'll be thinking, Chris will be thinking, oh, I can cool down now, and then you'll appear like a giant hot water bottle. Lie down on it. Don't eat them chilies, mate. You will be going best. Your ass will be firing out some stuff.
Firing out some water. That's what we're doing.
That's like a massage place for dogs, isn't it? There, between the hips.
You're licking my leg.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that? You're a sweet pea. You're a sweet pea. Hear that?
Here we go.
You got some wax in your ear. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds a bit moist in her ear canal. Sorry, that happens. It does roll and Ted do it.
Yeah, baby. It should be wanting to go home with you. Be like, oh, no, get out of the bin. Dems, out of the bin. Okay.
As soon as she got out house, I saw 2 boys. She'd be like, oh God, I want to go back to Chris's now. I can't believe she just slept behind the door the whole time waiting for you. When you go upstairs, she's right near your leg, isn't she? Walks right next to you.
Yeah. She's a
Loyal hound, aren't you, mate?
I just knew as soon as I seen you that you went, wait, what are you doing?
You try and grab that cuddly toy.
That's no fuck with that. Ugly that. Look at them is mess.
Look, she got that one there. She says there's loads of cool stuff in here.
Take that. Let's see what Alicia gave me that one. Big. I'll be going to get wires down there because it's full of wires down there. You get your paw stuck in it and then you'll pull up fucking laptop down, telly down, camera down.
No. Don't chew that. What's in it? Water.
This is water.
You putting your teeth on that then? She's a nosy bum. Hey.
I'm used to every room. Why this one?
That's why it's having a
every
good,
corner now for some crack.
having a good snicker or.
See, that was a little stream there.
Good little stream, eh?
People were watching it going. These two don't know how to play computer games.
Yeah, these two are struggling at easy levels.
This dude knows how to fucking talk the talk about Warhammer.
And we don't know how to play Boltgun. Hey, we were playing tabletop. We'll have to do that when we've got table set up. And you get your Space Marines. I'll have to put a camera over the top of it and film battle.
Shit, you can't go behind there. Go on. Out. No.
Demidog.
Get me you right. You welly do, aren't you? Go. Yeah. Oh! Be careful of them. They're all
Yeah, as long as you don't piss them, I don't mind.
It smells like outside, that.
So you smell like sweaty asses. I'm sat in here all this time.
Shit. Oh.
See, muscle works.
Shit. Ouch. Condoms. Come on. Come on.
No wonder she don't come in when you're streaming. She's all over the shop, isn't she?
Yeah.
Go on, you got it now.
She's in there for a bit. She might just sit down. Like if I did a stream without you in here, she'd probably fly there out floor.
Yeah.
She's like, ooh, there's another fellow in here.
Look at that.
Sure, that.
Oh, right, is that stream?
Yeah, I'm going to finish it there. I'm going to put my fatal grips back on. I don't know, go up there. They're drinking fucking. Should be Aunt Dubby, me.
I'm what?
By Dubby. Yeah, I need a drink, but it's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not. It's like Sneak, you know, Sneak.
No. I don't know much about shit like that.
Well, the G Fuel,
I don't really drink a lot of energy drinks.
but it's not. It's not like Monster. It's not fucking filled with fucking. Made for gamers, like Speak and Dubby and G Fuel and all that. Naturally sourced. They're not full of like Monster.
Yeah.
It's not Torians. Excuse me. Right, I'll end it there. Thank you so much to Bournes of the Northern England.
Yeah, baby.
And when am I streaming again? Okay,
Tomorrow, catch it live in the cheese corner.
From 9 PM, I'll be back on Starfield. Alright, guys, I shall see you soon. Don't do anything that I won't do. As I always
Oh,
say.
she's got your toy.
You got my tattoo, you green little shit. Right, nice. I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.
Oh, my ass.